All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. The game between Montclair State University and Army. Sorry for the delay. Of course, we had some technical issues, and we are trying to get everything situated. So we will.
Huge hit by Brandon Ryan.
All right. So I think we are all set. So again, welcome everybody to the broadcast between Montclair State University and the Army Black Knights. We are here for the first time, and it feels like forever since October, and I'm with my buddy Charlie Crispino, as always.
Hello, everyone. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving and missed these guys.
And joined by Mike Prisco, who is running our tech support and our camera today. So a lot has gone on since we last spoke to you, but we'll try to bring that to you as Montclair State chips the puck out of the zone. Army's able to regroup and sends that puck up into the neutral zone. Play along the wall there. Montclair State unable to clear as the puck gets chipped behind the net. Soft backhand, big hit by Antonio Crispino, and that puck goes out of play. So last time we spoke, Montclair State was a 500 team. They had some ups and downs since then. The biggest news of the night is the issue in net. Their starting goaltender Cam Carmen is out with an injury. So Tony Macaluso is filling in here tonight. And Macaluso also played against Connecticut College. Things didn't go too well up north in their last game before the Thanksgiving break, as Army scores one right off the face-off there. So Army's first shot on net is a goal. Things did not go well at Conn College as the Redhawks fell 13-2 and are trailing now 1-0 at 8:54 remaining in the first. So Charlie, what do you try to tell your team if your senior goaltender is missing from the lineup?
I would just tell them, listen, we have to bear down, let them see the shots, and let's pay a little more attention to the defensive zone tonight. And you try to play as hard as you can in front of them,
And that shot, directly off a clean face-off loss by the Redhawks. And that one gets a piece of Macaluso. So Macaluso is officially in the game. It's his first stop there. The foot race for the puck, and Libros is battling for it. Big hit by the Army player there, but Libros doesn't go down. Good play out there in front.
Yeah. Crispino, very nice play in front. Good save there.
Yeah, good stop there by the Army netminder. So
Rob, you're a goaltender. You don't play for a while. What are you looking to do here in the beginning of a game?
Can't get too emotional. I think, the best piece or the best muscle the goalie has is the brain, and you can't get too emotional. You can't get too overwhelmed with pressure and all those things like that. If you're a backup goaltender, you want to play. There's no question, and to get yourself overly pumped and to do the things that you've been doing your whole life is crazy to me. So, Macaluso, I think, will settle down. He played a pretty good game in relief in Clarkson in that second game. It just, that game against Conn College, both goaltenders had to come in and relieve Macaluso there too in that game. But I think if you got one start under your belt, you should be okay. And hopefully that first shot on net, he could shake that off. He made a decent save on the next shot. So, but you can't get too overly emotional about about playing.
Playing is playing, right?
That's right.
He's 18, I think, 19 years old. You've probably been playing since he's 5. Shouldn't be much of a difference.
No, it's just the speed and the pace of the game, I'm sure, is an adjustment, even from practice. And you're playing one of the top teams in the region, and definitely the top team in the Super East. It's nerve wracking, but goalies like shots. So good stop by Macaluso there.
There you go. Okay.
Through a screen. So he's in the game. And right now, the Redhawks are sitting in 4th in the Super East. If any points this weekend, they can pretty much assuredly finish ahead of Siena in the standings and clinch that 4th spot. I know it's a little early to be talking about playoffs, but you pretty much talk about them all year. But a fourth spot would guarantee them a home game in the first round of the playoffs. So,
2-on-1 here.
a nice 2-on-1, quick shot. It's deflected wide. And here comes Army.
Nice hit by Anthony
Looks
Oliveri.
like that was a touch off sides, but we're all the way up here. Good back check by Braden Ryan. Good stop by Macaluso. Puck comes out to the point. Good move there by the point man from Army. Quick shot. Goes off the shoulder of Macaluso and behind the net. Quick transition there by the Redhawks. Good dump in. Just shy of the net there. It goes into the corner. Army digging away at it. And away comes Army again. Good step there by the Redhawks defender. Can't tell who that is.
I think it's Getz.
So Ray Getz with a nice step there. Sorry, he's got his glasses on. I refuse to wear mine, so that's why he can see and I cannot.
Well, I'm a lot older, too. Eyesight's getting bad.
I think my eyes might be worse than yours. So. Puck down in the Red Hawk end. Battle for in the corner. And Army continues to battle. I think that'll be the theme of the day. It's very difficult to outwork these fine young men from the military academy.
Yeah, I would say they're probably the top conditioned team in the league.
Yeah, and I think right behind them would be Navy.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing for us.
I mean, last year here we had them 2-0 going to the third, right?
But in earlier this year it was a rat race. It was a tied game pretty much the whole game until the last 5 minutes of it. So good hit by Crispino there. That's right. You and you did the broadcast from Army last time with Joe and.
Well, Joe did it by himself.
Joe did it with Mike.
Yeah, that was offsides.
Yeah, I think.
And let's mention that Montclair was ranked. Right?
Yeah, Montclair was ranked in the top 20 in the
18?
region, and a shootout loss to Millersville, and that doesn't bode well. So Siena, who they defeated the weekend before their rankings were released, somehow moved ahead. So computers and rankings, I'm not for it, but there is an algorithm, they assure me, and but goal differential has a major impact in that game. Their last game really. From a ranked team, kind of put things a damper on their rankings plans. So I did talk to Coach Scansarella, and he said, from there they're really going to focus on the Super East in the league, and that's where you should have to focus. I think if you finish above 500 in the league here and you beat teams like Army and Sacred Heart, you should be ranked, and that's what they have to focus on to do. They can't worry about numbers right now. They have to worry about getting wins. So Army, another good play. Nice deke out there. Last shot. Beat Macaluso, hit the post. But Redhawks come away with it. Some good pace from the Redhawks on their breakouts. A couple odd man rushes. They just can't seem to get the pucks on net. A good stop there. So Redhawks actually I think Joe Oliveri has his shots reversed here.
No,
he's good.
Right.
He's good now.
7-4.
Sorry, 7-4, I would say, yeah. So Macaluso, some nice stops here early on. And Army starting Liam Monahan. So Monahan's one pretty nice save early on. Really hasn't been tested since. Puck comes out to the point. And gets sent behind. Army cycles down low. Crispino on it. He chips the puck behind to good hit there. That must have been Getz too, or is that Cox?
That's Walloos there, back on left defense. On
I think actually Wally's out tonight.
Oh, he's not playing?
Yeah, I think. That might be Aiden Cox.
Yeah, he's back. I can tell one. No, that's Wally.
Oh, it's Wally. So Wally was up here pretty close to game time. What's he doing? Not getting dressed. Is that a Woodbridge Wolfpack? So my apologies. It is Wally.
I was shocked when I saw his mom in the parking lot. So I was like, but they would be here even if he wasn't playing. He's played well.
Yeah,
he's
he
gradually
has
have gotten better and better.
He really has. That's one thing that the Red Hawks do have. They do have a kind of an embarrassment of riches on the blue line. And they're pretty deep defensively. The puck gets chipped out into the neutral zone. Foot race for it. This puck goes D to D behind the net and back. Good play by Army there. Kind of reverse play. Break the puck out. Puck gets shipped away to center. Overskated by one of the Black Knights. Back.
Oh, nice pickup.
Good pick off. Good save by Monahan.
Nice play by Libros on the forecheck.
So Jake Libros with the best chance of the day. I think he's actually been involved in the two best chances for the Red Hawks so far. Puck gets shot wide, just over the head of Macaluso. Puck's in the corner now. Behind the net, and that puck gets wrapped around, held in by Army, down to the half wall and down below the goal line. Two Red Hawks battle for it. And Army Black Knight comes out with it. Nice move out in front, out to the point. Good block there. And that puck gets sent down the length of the ice.
Crispino with a good block, and then I
would be
clear
icing. So yeah, Crispino, nice block there. So that's another thing I probably would tell my team is that
as many shots.
You got to block as many shots as possible. Give Macaluso a good feel for the puck.
Yeah, I was at that Millersville game, and it was a strange game. But
they were up 2-0. Red Hawks were up 2-0 in that game, and seemed to be dominating. And then it just allowed teams to hang around, and that's what happens.
Yeah, and I was down in the corner and literally almost wanted to bang on the glass because they had a face up in their zone and they had the D down the bottom. They win the face. Millersville wins it. It goes out to the point.
And
I think it was Antonio blocked it, the first one. Next face off, they lined up the same way. I know I would have got yelled at if I would have said something, so I minded my own business, but just little simple things like that make a difference.
Oh, yeah. I mean, think about the NHL and
another block.
Good block there. Think about the NHL and the size of these guys at Division I level and the NHL level. There's very little margin of error. There's not a lot of room, so face-offs matter.
Yeah, and Greg Oliveri got kicked out, and they didn't have another center out there, and then they lost the second drawer. And then the next night they had the same situation, and they put the second center out, and they wound up winning the game.
They won that game against Westchester. Yeah. So puck raises off the post again. And Army really sustained pressure here since that icing. We got to get this line out. I think we're trying to make Red Hawks trying to make plays to get the puck out. They just need to get the puck out to get the change.
That's what I would tell you. Just make the simple play tonight. Get pucks out. Let Army regroup in the neutral zone.
Oh, there's a nice hit by Army there. And that puck still kept in there off the blocker of Macaluso. That gets another attempt to clear. Failed there. This 5-man unit for the Red Hawks is gassed. Again, we just need to chip the puck here. Will Neal trying to overhandle that puck. Can't do it. And I saw maybe one guy change on that transition there. They were trying to get a whistle.
Change that.
So Red Hawks trail, 10:30 remaining in the first period. Red Hawks trail 1-0 on a early face-off win goal from Army. We're having all kinds of technical issues downstairs. There's no music. We couldn't play the national anthem, which, again, this is not especially not that it's not important every game, but especially tonight, it's kind of embarrassing not to have the audio working downstairs. So hopefully they'll get that rectified by tomorrow at this rink. Puck comes behind the net, and Army able to touch that puck back to center and out. Nice play to knock that puck down by the Army player. Become potential 3-on-1 there, but a good back check nullifies that. I think that was Dave Leonard. That's Joey Castellano. Castellano has it. Chips the puck to center. I think that's Leonard now. He gets held. Attempted at center pass, kind of almost a behind the back job there. And that gets picked off and sent the other way. Good defensive posture right here by the Red Hawks. Played that that rushed pretty well.
Wallace there. Looks like Montclair's got 7D dressed tonight.
Yes. So they opted to go with one less forward and dress 7D. Like I said, they have just an abundance of good D, and it's very hard to crack the lineup as Macaluso makes another save here and is able to hang on.
Have we any update on Aiden Cox and how he's doing? Right?
No, I haven't received any update.
Yeah.
So we got a couple of injuries, a couple of players that were sick. And like I said, Aiden Cox is one of those guys that's regularly in the lineup. That's one of the on the list of D there that are very important to this program. So that coupled with Cam Harmon, not a good recipe here. But Redhawks definitely in this game. They haven't been really outplayed by any stretch of the imagination as another shot comes in from the point. Good job getting to the net. And this is an area where Army, being one of the top teams in the region and at the top of the Super East, this is an area that if Army wants to be successful through regionals and go to nationals, they have to clean up the penalty minutes. This is one of the most penalized teams. I know they're rough and tumble and they're in good shape, but sometimes they overindulge. Another team like that is Sacred Heart. So if they want to advance, you look at the penalty minutes. It's one of those areas that the Black Knights should want to clean up a little bit before the playoffs and regionals roll around.
Well, I guess the referee's going to let them play because the guy had him in a headlock.
It looked like he had a signal for a rough, and there was no call.
No. Or was there? No.
So it looked like the guy, he skated away, put his arm out, like there was a rough. No harm, no foul. Face off won by the Army. Army chips that puck out. The center. That's another clean breakout for Army.
Too easy.
And they're hitting that center. The center is very low. They're hitting them right in the middle of the ice, and they just chip it to the neutral zone every single time. Army has it. Fending off a Red Hawk defender. The puck gets chipped to the corner, but intercepted. And a good defensive play again by the Red Hawks.
Well played by Wallace.
Yep. So Wallace has definitely made his presence felt here. And they got 8:12 remaining in the first period.
Shots are now 8-6.
Yep. So shots are leveling off here. Let's see how the Red Hawks line up here. Looks like they're in good shape here on this draw. Puck gets blocked and deflected out. And Braden Ryan applies some pressure. Good steal again, but Braden Ryan blows a tire. Over skates it, but Ryan pressuring that D turned the puck right over. Failed attempt at a move there by the Army player. Red Hawks are first on it. Puck comes out to the point and gets picked off. And Red Hawks try to chip and go. And Neal can't get a handle on it. And the puck is back in the Red Hawks zone. That puck comes out to the middle. Unable to be handled by, that is Targov, number 24. Puck bobbled a bit at the point. Gets sent back down low. And comes back out. Army able to get that shot through a screen and bat it around a bit.
That was a nice save.
Yeah. So I just got a notification that Clarkson is the first Division I program to receive a commitment from an OHL player. They're getting a new goaltender from the Kitchener Rangers. So if any of you folks at home have been following the new rule changes for the NCAA, it will affect the ACHA undoubtedly too in a positive way. Those former CHL, the Ontario Hockey League players and Quebec Major Junior players, all those players that were formerly off limits are now on the table for NCAA programs. And the trickle-down effect for ACHA is just going to make this level of hockey even better. And also, I think it's a good thing if junior players.
I understood that. I know they got some stipends and stuff, but they weren't making millions of dollars.
No, and there's no reason why these players can't grow, develop, and play at a high level and mature a little bit before they come to a university. But it's pretty exciting news that they got the first commitment, and he's going to an Ivy League school. So that tells you that he's not a box of hammers either.
Yeah, he's
so
not up there playing hockey and drinking beer.
That's right. He's there. So, but we digress. As Army has it behind the net, quick stop, quick escape. Red Hawks look pretty good. They're stacking the front of the net there. They might be. That should have been a penalty, but it looks like they're playing. So
let them play.
I mean, on any given night here in this building, we would have had about 30 whistles. So I'd rather it be 5-on-5. And we're. It's all right. You move the camera, probably. Very, very temperamental chords here. We're back. 5 minutes to play in the first period. Army still leading 1-0. As Castellano applies some pressure. So Castellano.
Hop on camera.
Yep. We're gonna hop on camera right now. We have a contact lens issue. But Castellano, one of those players that it's saved by Macaluso. Sorry, we couldn't bring it to you. But right before the Thanksgiving break, Castellano missed about 3 games because he was ill. It's still an unknown illness that he actually had to go to the hospital for, but has recovered. So we're thankful for that. The Red Hawks lose that draw, but stack the middle, and now Castellano has it again. Castellano, quick stop, sends that puck over to Leonard. Leonard has it, fake shot blocked by Army, and that play gets whistled down. Not sure for what. Looks like we got
outside play.
That puck was sitting right underneath the Army defender there. So I'm not sure what the call was, and it was the ref that blew it dead. So maybe the net was off. Not an opportune time there. The Red Hawks had one of their best chances. So this is one of the lines that it's kind of remained untouched. This is one of my favorite lines to watch with Castellano, Leonard, and Quinn.
Without Castellano, they missed him.
Yes,
they did.
Sure.
They just couldn't find that winger to step in on that line.
Yeah, and Quinn, unfortunately, will be missing the second semester, but fortunately for him, he's going to study abroad in Australia for the second semesters, and he's a junior, so he did 2 years at a community college and came here, and definitely has added a lot of what we like to see here. He's a very good kid off the ice too. As I don't think we have a bad kid off the ice, so I'm very thankful for that. As Macaluso is able to hang on there, it's a good quality scoring opportunity by Army. Macaluso makes a nice stop.
Yeah, I'll let you know if they're all good. They're going to be at my house in a week. Christmas
They're
party.
doing their Christmas, their annual holiday party at your house.
Antonio seems to have summer parties, holiday parties, whatever party he can find to have at my house. So this time, I just redid the basement. I said, you guys got to be good down there.
Now, here's the $1 million question. Would you rather have them at your house or somewhere else?
My house.
Okay, see? There you go.
It's always been my house.
Good.
It's always good to know where your kids are.
Yes.
And they are very good kids. They're very respectful.
Yeah, they're a good bunch, and attribute a lot to the parents, of course, but they get the riot act when they do come play for this program before they even step on the ice. So they kind of know what the goals and expectations are, and they're here to learn and play hockey, and they do that well. They're very good with the community stuff too. So. They stopped by Macaluso. So Macaluso is definitely keeping this team in here as the shots kind of seem to slip away a little bit. Again, Montclair. At 3:08 remaining in the first period. Puck is down. batted it around between the linesman's legs. And Army is able to pick that up behind the net. Big hit there.
Wallace again. Something I've talked to him about being more physical. You're a bigger kid.
Yeah, and he is. He's one of the physical. I would say on the back end, you have Getz and him have really been the more physical presences back there. Kublansky in the lineup again tonight. It's good to see another big body. He had a very good game against Army last game too. As the puck gets sent out of the zone there, intercepted by Army, and picked off again by the Redhawks. Redhawks has it. Redhawks have it, and that's just offsides. So 2:10 remaining in the first period.
Not much action in the,
No, other than a clean win off a face-off there. Redhawks did have 2 scoring opportunities from Crispino and Libros there, but other than that, it hasn't really been that eventful. Army, of course, carrying most of the play. Redhawks will be home tomorrow against Marist, another Super East League game. The Marist team will be broadcasting that game for us, as we are short-handed staff-wise. So we will, Marist will gladly be broadcasting that game on their YouTube channel. As time ticks away here in the first period, still 1-0. That puck gets batted down by an Army player, so icing is waved off. Good pressure here by the Redhawks. But again, quick pass right to a winger, right through the neutral zone, and that's offsides.
I would say this pace, though, benefits Montclair, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think
they definitely need to, both teams not playing games last week, and we got our first penalty.
They called that a penalty.
So that's Greg Oliveri trying to get an explanation.
I thought that was a clean hit.
Yeah, it looked like a clean hit. All right, so I think you got Greg to agree to the penalty.
Yeah.
He has slash. So 2-minute slashing penalty on Greg Oliveri. And with about, just over a minute here, Redhawks need to kill this off, and they can get into that period with a 1-0 deficit.
I was just saying, I was going to say that to you. It's important to get here down or even a tie to get here. We don't want to go down 2-0.
I do think they trailed 2-0 after the first in the last game, but were able to tie it in that second period. But yeah, it's definitely, especially for the mentality of the team. Great play there, right off the post. They were able to find a seam right through the middle of the Redhawks penalty killers. So definitely a set play there. Redhawks fell for that one, hook, line, and sinker. Under a minute here in the period. Over a minute on the power play. Quick stop, bobble, and a nice stop by Macaluso. That puck gets sent to the Army point. Army weaving with it. Over the left point, right through the box. And again, a good save by Macaluso. So huge save by Macaluso there. I mean, he's had several good ones this period, and I would venture to say that was his best. Keeping this game 1-0 in the favor of Army. Puck is down. Redhawks battle for it too. And that puck gets sent out, so that's a huge clear by the Redhawks. Once Army gathers, they'll have about 10 seconds or so power play time once they get into the zone. Left in the period. That puck gets chipped out. Good play there by the Redhawks. So that should just about do it for the first period. Don't want to speak too soon. So there might be some timing issues between our clock and the game clock, as soon as I said it, I knew it. And looks like that one's going to stand. That was a buzzer beater by Army. So with essentially less than a second on the clock, Army's able to weave their way through about 4 Red Hawk defenders there and find the back of the net. So Army leads 2-0. Shots 15-6 in favor of Army. I think there's going to be some question here about the time.
I think, well, 0-0. So how are they dropping the puck? There's no time left on that clock, and none on ours.
So trying to sort that out. Yep. So that's not physically possible.
No, right.
If
I never saw that. It's 0-0. The puck did go in
Yeah.
before but the buzzer went off. But there's no time left, and he dropped the puck.
they definitely counted the goal. Ref pointed to the net, so
Yeah.
I think there will be some debate, and we'll get that sorted out and get some info for you by the end of the period. But as of right now, Army leads 2-0, and we'll bring you that second period once the ice is set.
Yeah, winner, winner. There.
All right, so we're back here at Montclair State Ice Arena. Army leads 2-0 after the first period. 0.01 seconds remaining on the clock for that second goal. So there was a little bit of time left on that clock, and unfortunately for the Redhawks, the clock operator not heavy enough on that hand there for 0.01 seconds remaining. So, but I mean, this is
Gotta know how much time's left on the clock there. Those two defensemen gotta know there's no time left. They're not going to get beat.
And replaying the scenario, and it was actually a 1-on-4 in a neutral zone. Two forwards kind of waved at the Army player, and I think that was Charlie Aronoff, one of their better guys. But you have numbers. Someone's got to step up. And if you step up and miss, you should have some support back there, which they did. But he shouldn't even gotten through to the blue line, let alone all the way to the net. So, again, not on Macaluso, that goal there. And, the first goal, clean win off of a face-off. Again, not on Macaluso. And, he's played well to this point. Let's see if the Redhawks can get something generated. We did go down and talk to the coaching staff, so they said that there's a few adjustments that they have. So let's see if it pays off. As the puck is down here for the second period, Redhawks have it, and that gets turned over, but out. We did get an update on Aiden Cox between periods. Aiden Cox, as Army has a quick 2-on-1.
Nice
good save by Macaluso there to start the second period. Two turnovers. Two bad turnovers there, and it looked like Getz, and he's on the ice with his partner, is Calandrillo. So two usually steady-handed D, turning the puck over there. Puck is down, battled for. Redhawks have it. They quick chip. Here comes a 2-on-1 for the Redhawks. Crispino going to the net. Quick shot, and it's smothered by Liam Monahan. And good job there. Crispino getting to the net, waiting for the loose change, and it never came. So
that's their best scoring chance of the night. Got to get more of them.
Quick chip, 2-on-1. So getting back to Aiden Cox, injured his Achilles at the Siena game, and missed the last 3 games, and he should be back when the Redhawks come back after semester break. So he'll miss the next 3 games for the Redhawks, unfortunately, but good news is that he will be back this season, and he'll have some time to heal up over break. The Redhawks able to force a turnover and send that puck deep. Monahan out to play it. So it comes up to the wall. Center wide open again. And Will Neal does a flyby there. So, like we said in the first period there, Army looks like they're going, behind the net, D to D to the corner, hitting that centerman that's coming really low. And it's giving the Redhawks a little bit of difficulty. And I know what I would do, but what would you do to make that adjustment?
I'd keep it third guy high. Yeah. That's it. Keep in the middle of the ice. Force them to go up the boards.
And I'd almost be inclined to say you play a 1-1-3 and put that second guy automatically just locks on the center. Lock right, find the center, stay above them, and don't let them get that puck. And then you have numbers down low when that puck does get turned over, because they're doing it almost, it's muscle memory at this point. So
another save.
Good stop by Macaluso. And here comes a quick shot. Good save by Monahan. Monahan blockers another one into the corner. So Redhawks got some fight left in the dog here. As Calandrillo sends that puck to the net. Another blocker save by Monahan. The puck gets chipped down low. Out to the slot to no one. And that, big hit there. Another big hit. Good hit there by, looked like
Vela
looked like he was going to be the hittee, but he became the hitter, which is good. So some good physical play here by the Redhawks. Out to the point. Puck gets partially blocked. It looks like by Coy. And into the corner goes Coy. He sends that puck and elevates that puck up and out. Quick toe drag. Definitely sniffed out easily by Coy, and he'll send that puck in. So Coy, got his number changed to 38. He's still reverting back to the number 20 to confuse us.
Yeah, okay.
So had to find out. So Sadowski had 20, and now Sadowski has a different number. It's just I can't keep up. I don't know how the guys in the NHL do it.
I don't know. Yeah.
Quinn backhands that puck into the Army zone, and watch, he'll go D to D, and he'll find that center.
Good pressure,
Good play there.
But he's got to stay home there.
It looks like we have a hand pass. I think we had a hand pass in the neutral zone there.
It's just the one penalty, right? It's been a pretty calm game.
And it happened to be a power play goal with 0.01 second left, too, to add insult to injury there. Got a delay.
Somebody down? That's not good.
Well, looks like we had a Red Hawk down. And it looked like Quinn. So I mentioned Robert Quinn, first-year player here. Junior status, and will be taking that second semester off to study abroad, which is a great opportunity for him, and we definitely are excited to have him back next fall. Hopefully he gets I'm sure a good experience he'll have in Australia.
Yeah. My oldest did one in Spain. So you get the opportunity to go.
It's your time. It's the time to do it when you're young. So I have a lot of friends that went to Italy in their 40s and said it's too much walking. So, do it when you're young. But attempt at a chip out there. Good stop by Macaluso. It's still loose. Army digging away at it, and he's able to find it and get a handle. So, good job by Macaluso finding that puck. Chris Wallace sacrificing the body to give Macaluso time to cover that puck up.
I think that's the biggest change I've seen over the years. Gradually, guys will just dig at pucks instead of knocking the guys down.
Yeah,
where
my preference would be as a coach is to have all the black jerseys around the net be on the ice, but
especially when you outnumber them 5-3.
Quick face-off win. Good job there by Crispino to move the puck wide. Good job by this line, especially on the breakouts here. A couple odd man rushes earlier in the game, and they've gotten the highest quality scoring opportunities. So that puck comes out, gets sent cross ice, gets able to chip that puck, but not out. Gets sent rink wide. Good stick there by Libros to knock that puck to the corner, and failed attempt to get that puck out. The Red Hawks finally settled down, and here comes Getz. Getz has it in front of the penalty boxes there. Good effort there by a Red Hawk forward. Just couldn't get a handle on it. Greg Oliveri steps in, but Army has the puck. And now we'll cross over the blue line. Quick chip out. Looks like icing is waved off there. Good hit there by the Red Hawks. And it looks like that adjustment is happening. So
you seem to have a little jump in the step here.
And they're forcing the play to one side, and they're taking away the options.
There's a penalty.
And we got a penalty. Though.
I was going to say, where's that?
It was definitely a penalty. So we both had our arms up in the booth. So with 15-12 remaining in the second period, Army leads 2-0. And they got an Army penalty.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought, right? Montclair.
I thought it was. I looked away from the play. It looked like there was interference on the other side by the Red Hawks.
Then he got hooked and spun around a little, and then he knocked over the other Army player. So got to capitalize here.
So Red Hawk power play 15-12, their first of the day, and we'll see how this looks. So that penalty is to number 5 from Army, John Nienhuis. And Army's able to clear. So I always like to look at the Army roster to see where these.
that's a
Wow,
hit
that
from
should be
behind.
another one. And the Redhawks will be up 5-on-3. The question is how long. Hopefully they can keep their composure. Looks like they're fine. Crispino takes the hit, and the Redhawks will be up 5-on-3. So I always like to look at these rosters, see where these young men are from West Point. So Nienhuis is from Moline, Illinois. And in the box now, looks like we have number 18, and that is Jack Sexton from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So
All right.
look at our roster. It's New Jersey and a couple guys from New York.
That's all right.
Redhawks up 5-on-3. Almost a full 2 minutes here. 1 minute and 30 seconds on a 5-on-3 as they move that puck D to D. That puck comes back out to the middle over to Braden Ryan. Braden Ryan looks for the slot, and Army's able to clear. So something I've been, over the years, the best 5-on-3 power play setup. In your opinion, Charlie, what do you got?
Box and one.
Box and one, and that's two
Trying to
old
reinvent the
guys.
wheel.
Maybe we're grumpy. Maybe we're like the guys from the Muppets up in the booth here. But a box and one, you need net front presence and you need puck retrieval. And having 3 guys along the wall isn't really going to cut it. Castellano, good chance there, goes off Monahan and wide. So right here, they should be bringing the puck in, and they should be tighter at the top of the circle. They have one guy
Another
in
penalty.
front
Give him
of
the
net.
puck. There we go. Goaltender's going to get 2 minutes for cross-checking.
So this might be a stacked box.
Yeah. I don't mean to blow my son's horn, but that's 2 penalties he just drew there.
Yeah. So Crispino drawing his second penalty just by being in front of the net. But right there, he's taking the abuse in front of the net. It's a 5-on-3. You have a 2-man advantage. There's no reason why a second player shouldn't be in front of the net.
No. And the defenseman got to creep in.
Yep.
That's really what
Play
you
the
want
tops
to
of
do
the
is
circles
start
as
to
your
get
guy.
in close, right?
Top of the circle as your guide on the 5-on-3. They should be tight to each other.
Right.
And moving the puck back and forth. You want to draw that one killer out. And if they send 2 guys up, then you throw the puck down.
Yeah, right.
It's simple. It's just even old guys could do it. And that penalty in the stacked box here. So Redhawks are going to have essentially a full 2 minutes of a 5-on-3 here of game
'cause
clock.
that guy's not going to come
Yeah.
out in 41 seconds. He's going to have to wait
And his clock
for a whistle.
and his penalty will not start until those 41
Yeah.
seconds expire. So
It's looked like he's changed the power play units around a little too. Now he's got Anthony Oliveri on the point with Coy, Greg, Neal.
I don't have a number 44 on the roster
Oh,
for Army. So that's probably what they're. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're not debating it. That puck gets won by the Redhawks, and puck goes to no one, and that's going to rag some time off the clock. So 30 seconds left. So that player, so Nienhuis has to stay in the box until there's a whistle. He cannot enter the ice surface until there is a whistle. And Redhawks gather behind the net, just kind of wasting time here. As puck gets up, finally, into the zone. Oliveri has it. Oliveri sends that puck over to Coy. Oliveri shoots, and that puck gets blocked. Over through the middle. Oliveri battles for it. And it looks like the first penalty has expired. So again, 15 seconds, Army will get a player back. 10 seconds now. And that puck goes wide. Misses the net. 4 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3 advantage. A double clutch there. We have net front presence. Shooting the puck. That puck gets battled for. It's loose. Army able to clear. So I see our scoreboard operator frantically trying to get the penalty time right. So we got about 1:15 remaining on the Redhawk power play. It's a 5-on-4 now. Nothing doing on the full 2-minute 5-on-3. Couple of shots, but nothing of quality as that play gets pinned against the wall. 1:04 remaining on the power play. Puck comes out to Libros. Libros has it, sends that puck to the net, deflected out of play. And the Redhawks will have 56 seconds remaining on the power play. So that 5-on-3 generated some chances, maybe some secondary chances. Monahan up to the task. Army still leads in that shot total, 17-10. Puck gets bobbled. Quick shot by Castellano, good save by Monahan. Sadowski battles for it, along with Castellano and Ryan. Sadowski has it behind the net, sends that puck up to the point, down low, and all the way across the ice to Braden Ryan, up to the middle. Crespino unable to handle, but he gets it back. He rips one high and wide. That was a puck must have been on edge. He ripped that thing just over the head of Liam Monahan. Good pass there by Libros. Out to Braden Ryan. Braden Ryan tries to carry through two Black Knights, and that puck will get sent down the length of the ice as time will expire on the Redhawks power play. And we're back to 5-on-5. So 3 shots on really a stack box 5-on-3. 3.5 minutes of power play time. And Army comes right back. Good play to break up that pass by a sliding Calandrillo. As that puck gets sent wide. Should have been an icing, but they waved it off. Comes back up the wall. And out to the neutral zone. It's a 2-on-2. Red Hawk defenders backed in already. And great stop by Macaluso. Gets that puck out of play. 10:38 remaining in the second period.
It's a good period by Montclair. I mean, they've stepped up. You could see they got a little more jump in their legs, a little more offensive zone pressure. Can't say Army's had any really great chances this period.
Not this period, no. Macaluso had the one where he was able to track that puck through traffic, but Wallace did a good job of tying up guys in front. And, Macaluso's been sharp. He's been very sharp here. And, for at least the near future, seems like he's going to be the guy. And he's up to the task.
Never know about backs. Tomorrow you could wake up and feel like a new man.
That's right. So, there's Redhawks pressure here. It's like Calandrillo. No, that might have been Coy. He's able to pick that puck off.
Him and Coy look a lot alike.
Jeez. Oh, that is Wally again.
Yeah. Coached him for 4 years. I know everything.
Oh, the giveaway there. Hope we didn't speak that into existence after he's had a good game. Midway through the third period here. Good play. Macaluso down.
Nice. They make a save on
that? I don't think the shot ever got through. But definitely shot through the screen on the initial. Got deflected. Quick 2-on-1. Good stop by Macaluso there. Battle in front. Macaluso on his back. Puck gets blocked in front. This line having difficulty getting the puck out of the ice or out of their zone. But Macaluso, a couple nice stops there. So that's also one of the hardest things about playing goal is, guys that block shots are well intended. As the Redhawks break in here, Neal has it, double clutches, tries to send that puck through to Oliveri, didn't get through. And now Coy is able to step in. That goes off the blocker of Monahan. Out to the point. The Redhawks have it, send it back down low. And a good move there. As I believe that's Oliveri. Sends that puck out to the front of Monahan. He's able to cover that up. Good opportunity there.
Another good shift by Montclair.
So as I was saying, as a goalie, you want guys to block shots, but sometimes they get blocked and they land it right on the opposing team's stick in a bad area, and that's what happened with the Macaluso. Looked like he was stumbling around a little bit. He was trying to track that puck through traffic, and luckily, Army player was able to shoot that wide. But difficult pucks, to track once they get blocked. Army has it, attacks with speed. They chip that puck behind the net. And that puck gets sent low. Peeled off the defender's shot just wide. Great scoring opportunity there by Army. Oh, it looks like the player shot it wide. Maybe the plate got sent out. Yeah.
That guy was wide open.
Yeah. He was left back door wide open. 8:07 remaining in the second period. Still a 2-0 game. And again, Redhawks climbing back in the shot count. Shots 18-12 in favor of Army. At the start of the period, I believe they were 17-10 or 17-7, something like that. But Redhawks had a extended 5-on-3 power play this period, couldn't capitalize. That play read by Army. Plenty of room in front. Great stop by Macaluso. He was basically 2-on-0 in front of the net. And we got a guy wide open back door again, and there he is. Macaluso able to stay with it, deflect that puck. Good. I think that puck got partially blocked. Big hit in the corner. So Army definitely had the Redhawks back on their heels, and here comes Crespino. Crespino sends that puck down deep, and they'll get a quick change. Here come the Redhawks. Good play there. The puck gets sent out in the neutral zone. It's a 2-on-2 attack. Good job of picking up the player going to the net by Longo. Longo tries to get out to the point. Can't block that shot. Army still with it. Longo sagging a little bit low there. Breaks up a play. And a good stop by Macaluso. And that puck is loose. Couldn't hold on there. Had some Army player bearing down on him. Play on. Quick shot. It goes wide. Out to the point. Army tries to send that puck to the net just over the head of Macaluso. Wide. Good play by Army to sustain pressure here. Redhawks tried to wave at it. Can't get it there. Attempt at a wrap. Goes right across the goal mouth. And again, Army just controlling the pace of play right now.
Yeah, they got Montclair running all over the place.
So the Redhawks on their heels a little bit in the D zone. And in this situation, I mean, it's as simple as everyone grabs a man, play man on man, stay with the guy, and try to break it up. It looks like they did. They were able to force the puck out, but again, Army cleared the puck on their own with a bad pass. So we might.
Oh, what are we doing here?
I don't know.
That's not a great play.
Yeah,
right?
not a battle. Not a battle you're going to win either. So, kind of an undisciplined penalty there in front of the Red Hawk bench.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I mean, it looked like he got
2 guys got tangled up.
Yeah, and then, I don't know if something happened that we didn't see, but Anthony Oliveri reacted.
So the debate is, I know the linesman saw it, and we know the linesman is John Stack.
Yeah.
So usually wearing the stripes, and I'm sure he'll put the Stack stamp on this call. So Oliveri might get a 5. Nope, I just gave him 2 for a cross check. All right, so Anthony Oliveri in the box, 2 minutes for a cross check. And Army will have their second power play. They are 1 for 1 with a buzzer beater that was the last goal scored. 0.01 seconds remaining in the first period. We got 5:35 remaining in the second period here. The Army power play as they send that across the blue line. Puck gets sailed wide. Puck gets dug out by Army. Some net front presence there. A little switching at the top. And that's an easy clear. That was a great attempt. Great. I mean, that was just I'm speechless because we had puck with time on their stick. Looked like Anthony Vella decided that he wanted to go to his forehand. And of course, you don't want to clear the puck on your backhand, but you can use your forehand.
Yeah, well, he had plenty of time. He could have rammed it up the middle of the ice off the top of the glass. And then the other problem was the forward left his zone and came right back to his guy.
So, yeah, in that situation, when you have time, you can utilize it. Just get the puck out. You don't have panic. But here we are, wrap puck, and it's in the back of the net. So
and it always seems the Montclair with the power play goals against.
Yep, 3-0, Army. 5 minutes remaining. Again, a power play goal. 2 power play goals by Army. They're only 2 of the day. That puck gets attempted to clear it again high off the glass. The puck gets chipped out to the neutral zone by the Redhawks. Oh, there looks like a little bit of a high hit there by Army, but we play on.
Well, about.
Yeah. Here comes the Redhawks. They're applying some pressure there. Again, Redhawks played a great period through that power play. They had really one shift where they were running around in the last couple of minutes here, forced a penalty. It was kind of a bad penalty in the neutral zone, but they really played too good of a period here to not at least, chip away at this Army lead. Instead, it becomes a larger deficit. That was a gift that got through. Good move there. Redhawks trail. Puck goes off the blocker of Monahan. Out to the point. Fake shot. Double clutch, and Monahan makes a nice stop with no rebound. So this is it's a frustrating thing to watch.
Yeah, it's especially when they played so well here in the second period.
Second period, and Macaluso is keeping these guys in it, and they just got to get something going. That 5-on-3 was the cue to ring the bell there, as Targov has it. Tries to send that puck behind the net, and he does successfully. Great opportunity there by Castellano. Looks like that puck just grazed off the post to the left of Monahan, and the net comes loose. But good sneaky play by Castellano. As the puck is down. So it looks like Targov, maybe Quinn, that injury to Quinn has him sidelined. I haven't seen him out here since, and they have Targov.
And then they had Neil on the fourth line with Longo, so double shifted him.
Yeah, so that looks like they dressed an extra D today, so that would explain the Neil. And if you're another forward short, which would be Quinn, they're trying to patch some holes here. But again, the Redhawks not playing a terrible game here by any stretch of the imagination. They just, in games like this, it just seems that they just need a goal scorer.
Yeah.
Someone that when the puck is on their stick, there's no doubt. And it's been goal scoring by committee, which is nice. But
he's all by himself. Where is everybody?
Yeah, a little lackluster forward support there. Longo, nice hit. Trying to get something going for the Redhawks, get the momentum swinging in the back to Redhawks' way. And there's a guy on a pose going to the net. A little late getting back there from Braden Ryan. Battle for out front, out to the high slot area. Puck gets deflected off the glass. 1:56 remaining in the second period. 3-0 Army. So let's just replay the goals. First period, it's a clean face-off win in the first period early.
And it was his first shot he saw.
Shot he saw, tough goal. I mean, nothing being Macaluso's
issue. He
issue.
played well tonight.
He rebounded well, and it was a 1-on-4 on the late stages of the first period. 0.01 seconds, you allow them to score. And a bad clear.
Yeah. But two bad penalties too. I
Yes.
mean, one was a slash behind the net.
And a unopposed wraparound.
Yeah.
So Army's able to score another one before the end of the period, and that's number 27, Bobby Starring, who's a defenseman, wrapping the puck behind Macaluso.
Untouched.
Yep.
So he took the puck from the point, skated down behind the net, went around the net, wrap one in.
Looked like everybody was shocked.
Yeah. You're not supposed to do that.
So Army now taking a 4-0 lead. Redhawks battle behind the net. The Army net there. Army comes away with it, trying to force a turnover. Looks like we got away with a trip. Or perhaps they didn't. Good hit. Good step there. Good step by Wallace.
Yeah.
So I think they might get the Redhawks for a trip here behind the play. So it looks like Greg Oliveri against the Oliveri brothers. Finding the stat sheet. 2 penalties for Greg Oliveri, 1 for Anthony. And with 2 power play goals against already. Not a great time to take that penalty.
And Greg's one of their better penalty killers too. So it's a double barrel thing almost.
So another wrapped puck. Good save by Macaluso. So, on a play like that, I know that we can be a little bit extra critical because we've been around the game for a long time, but on a play like that, Wallace has to eat it. I mean, there's nowhere to go with it. He's got no pressure, but again, he's a freshman. Mistakes do happen. But the wise play would be to eat it. Even if you lose that puck battle, puck's still in the corner.
Right.
By wrapping it up to the point you're given, I mean, as you can see, Army set up. They have 3 guys up top. They want the puck up there. So that's where they generate everything from. As Lidros does a good job of challenging that shooter. It's the goal scorer Starring. And that's a quick 2-on-1 in front of the net. Tries to shovel that into the far side corner, and Macaluso able to get a piece. Good stop there by Macaluso. 28 seconds remaining in the period. Nice hit there. Oh, boy. And, hey, found the seam.
Yep.
So normally you say never go up the middle, but it was open, use it. 10 seconds remaining in the period. Redhawks have 1 penalty killer trapped now. Army has numbers coming up. Good play there. Good step.
Yeah, good job by
And that'll end the period. So Redhawks give up a pair of power play goals. We'll start the third period with 54 seconds on the kill, and they trail 4-0 after 2 periods of play. We'll All right, and we're back here for the third period, start of the third period. Montclair State trailing 4-0. Army will start this third period on power play. Greg Oliveri penalty. 54 seconds remaining in the Army power play. Army is 2 for 2 with the man advantage. 4-0 game. And Redhawks really trying to get something going on that 5-on-3, extended 5-on-3 power play. They couldn't. At that point, it was 2-0. It would have been a crucial time. But again, on an extended stack box power play, Redhawks only getting 3 shots on net. Only one really good quality scoring opportunity on the extended 5-on-3. So here we are at 4-0. We kind of run through the goals. Clean face-off, lost power play goal, 0.01 seconds. Another power play goal on a kind of a questionable penalty in the second. And an unopposed, uncontested wraparound by a defenseman. So Redhawks off to a quick start here. Able to track down the puck, get a quick shot off the shoulder of Monahan. And again, they are killing a penalty here, so they need to be careful how much pressure they do apply as Army skates really uncontested through the neutral zone, pulls up. And it's 30 seconds remaining on the Black Knight man advantage. Quick stop by the Army forward. They'll send that puck up to the point, back up to the half wall to the middle. Looking to find that seam, which they do. Out the quick one-timer. Looks like Leonard got a small piece of that, steered that puck wide. And back out to the point comes Army. No one home there for the Black Knights, and that comes out of the zone. Quick transition, though, as they regain possession. Army sends that puck to the middle. Try to send that puck back. 2 Army players collide, but Redhawks still can't clear. Have a player hanging outside the zone there. It looked like Libros was floating the zone as Army was putting the puck in the back of the net. So essentially, Redhawks turn the puck over, making it a 5-on-3 with a forward leaving the zone, and Army's able to capitalize on their third power play. They only had 3, so they're 3 for 3 on the power play. And the hits just keep on coming here for the Redhawks. In my opinion, should be maybe a 2-0 game. What do you say, Charlie?
I don't have anything to say.
So again, nothing really is on the goaltender, Macaluso. I think he's played above and beyond. He's gone above and beyond the call of duty here today. And just do you believe that one was a really guys trying to lead the zone on the kill again? So
That's twice.
second time that's happened. So I don't know if that's being instructed. Well, as we ring one off the post there, Libros, quick release shot.
This game could be 1-0. That's the funny part of it, right?
Yep.
The first shot after that,
yeah.
right?
As a giveaway at the blue line on the fan shot.
Right. We got the bad clear.
And a good stop.
Guy leaving the zone. 1 second left in the period. These are all little mistakes that turned into goals against good teams.
Mm-hmm. And again, you look at this game and you say it's 5-0 and it's a blowout. It's not.
No,
it's
5 mistakes.
You're gift wrapping games against good teams. Granted, this is not a bad team by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't think they're playing at their full potential. Either Army tonight, but these are.
If you asked me who played a better second period, I would have said Montclair.
Yeah, and now, it's a situation where now you're putting Macaluso. You kind of just making him make saves that are unnecessary, and it's good experience for Macaluso, but are you wasting a good performance as they get Maris coming in here tomorrow? It's another concern they need to think about. That was offsides, but not called. Good save by Monahan and overskated by.
Fogged up, I think.
Good stop by Macaluso again. So.
Again. We talked at the beginning of the game, right? You have a goaltender's first game.
Mm-hmm.
You got to play the game with discipline, right? play the detail, and they did none of that.
They didn't
tonight.
do any
none
of it. Yeah. So I mean, again, you had that performance, whatever you would call it, up at Con College. You you let that one, roll off your back, and you come in here against a team that that you play frequently, and you know what they're capable of. And like you said, just all you have to do is play a sound, tight game, and they can't. And that's the frustrating part of watching. And again, it's on the at this juncture, you put it on the players. It's not an X's and O's thing. It's a knowing what the situation is thing. So Redhawks have it pinned behind the net. You have currently 6 players below the goal line, which I don't think any coach wants to see. And that puck gets sent out to the point out of the zone, and Redhawks will just have to send that puck back in. Shots 27-14 in favor of the Black Knights. And that puck gets sent the length of the ice. No icing, must have gone off a Redhawk player. And the Redhawks are able to get that puck out. Crispino, no communication there from his teammate, so he was reluctantly, throwing that puck in on net, but it does a good job and gets a whistle. Face-off will be to the left of Monahan. And again, I know we get a lot of feedback from people that listen to the broadcast and say, "Oh, you guys are kind of negative." It's hard not to be.
It's not that we're negative. It's the object. We're sitting, telling you what we're watching.
Yeah.
We could leave it on the screen. We just have to make conversation.
Yeah.
And talk about something.
Doesn't mean we don't love the boys love the boys any less. It's just we make a lot of mistakes here, and it's frustrating.
We're fans.
Exactly.
We're fans, and it's if I went to a Ranger game and Panera made the same mistake, I'm going to say the same thing.
Well, how about the Rangers? They pulling off the deal of the decade today.
Yeah, he had to have pitches or something on that general manager to take a whole $8 million contract for a 6th defenseman and gave us 2 people back.
More on that at the next whistle as the Redhawks chip that out. Redhawk player interfered with. We played on that. Crispino is taking a lot of lumps today. He's a foot and another foot race gets tangled up. That was some incidental contact there. The Army will chip that puck down low and back out. And Redhawks backing into the zone. Quick move by Army. Sends that puck out to the slot. Broken up. Army still has possession right out to the high slot area. And we'll get a whistle. Maybe the net's off. So Jacob Trouba, big contract. Rangers brought him in to be a physical presence. Hasn't really worked out to what the fans, I know especially, have wanted. He did it. He did
the last couple of years. Yeah. The first couple of years he did. He's getting older, a little slower.
And they were able to not retain any of the salary, send him to Anaheim, really for a minor league prospect, which won't affect the payroll, which made them...
And a 4th-round pick.
And a 4th-round pick, which made them buyers. They were able to sign Igor Shesterkin today to the biggest goalie contract in NHL history, as Army finds the back of the net again. A face-off loss there, out to the point, and...
Turnover and beat the forward 33, who didn't stop on the puck.
A quick turnover and no block shot unopposed. So again, not on Macaluso. The Redhawks also, if you're wondering, no backup goaltender tonight as Alan Sekad is sick. So 2 goalies of the 3 unable to be in uniform today. So not that Macaluso would need to be pulled. I mean, if you were thinking about starting him tomorrow, maybe you'd pull him at some point today.
Yeah, I don't see the shots. Right?
Yeah.
The only thing you worry about is the confidence level a little bit.
Yep. Again, nothing to hang his head about, today. Out to the point. That puck gets through on Monahan from Kublansky. Another turnover by Army. So, again, they're making the same mistakes. The Redhawks are turning the puck over. A couple times, it's just Redhawks just can't find the back of the net on these opportunities. And then it seems like every mistake that the Red Hawks make ends up in the back of the net. Play continues. Army has possession of the puck behind the net. It's a 2-on-2 battle below the goal line. And Macaluso wisely will get that whistle. And he'll have a face-off to his right-hand side. 13:56, 6-0 Army.
So getting back to Igor's contract, people say, wow, it's a lot of money. He's the best player at his position in the game, you think?
I would argue the only
Maybe.
player that's played better is Hellebuck from
Okay.
Winnipeg. I would say that without a doubt, he on any given day, those two are the best goalies in the league,
Right.
for sure.
And then you're talking about a player like Juan Soto, who's not the best player in the game. He's going to get $50 million
Baseball,
a year. So,
And he's probably going to wind up going. Is he? Where do we stand on that? Is he a
Mets,
Met?
Yankees.
Is he a Met yet?
no, I'm not too sure he's going to be a Met.
Quick 2-on-1 for
Nice play.
the Red Hawks. And,
But,
good save by Monahan.
So in comparison, he's the best player at his position.
Mhm.
And he carries that team. He's
Yeah.
the best player on that team by far.
Yeah, and you could say, I mean, even in the playoffs, and everyone says playoffs. He was brilliant in the playoffs, and the team wasn't. So,
I don't think any team relies on their goaltender as much. Any good team
Mm.
it relies on the goaltender as much as the Rangers do.
if you're a highly powered offensive team, you're going to give up high quality chances. And, you can go back to through the history of the game, and you look at all these teams. It's usually the defensive teams that play better defense win championships. Everybody's kind of resigned to that fact, but there are teams that are highly offensive. You look at Dallas, and they have a great goaltender in Jake Ottinger,
Mm-hmm.
but Shesterkin is pound for pound. He's the guy. I mean, to play, he's best suited to play for a team that plays the way the Rangers do. So
You look about the Edmonton Oilers. Grant Fior's faced 45 shots. They played no defense.
no,
The only thing is they outscored
they outscored everybody.
But he never gets mentioned as one of the greatest ever.
And here come the Red Hawks, 2-on-1.
Scored
Good shot.
there we go.
They had the score. Is that Castellano?
Castellano.
All right. Welcome back to the lineup.
He's
Joey
had a good game,
Castellano.
too.
He has. And that whole line, Quinn, again, injured, but Castellano is a great defeat. I think that was Crispino that gave him the puck there.
Think so.
He was out there with him.
Yeah.
He was out there with
No, he
Longo
might have.
and Castellano. So,
They're changing things up with him.
but a good play from a guy that's worked hard all game. It's good to see him get rewarded. So 6-1 now.
Yeah, he was out there.
See if... Oh, they gave no secondary assists.
4 guys on the ice. They can't.
I
see
would
one.
say, I do believe that it was Crispino that gave him the puck. So
Four people on the ice, and nobody saw
and
somebody
nobody
make a
saw a
pass.
primary assist. Yeah.
And it's amazing. NHL get 2 every time.
Mm-hmm. You pay for the LASIK the LASIK surgery at NHL level, I guess.
All right, our goalie's lost his blocker and his stick.
And it looks like he still made a save.
Yeah, I think with his glove.
Yeah. So good save there by Macaluso.
Without his blocker and stick.
That was blocker and save. Yeah. So the goaltending thing in the NHL is a sore subject for me. I'm a Bruins fan, and I think Jeremy Swayman single-handedly disrupted the season. The start of the season wasn't ready to play, and the Bruins are off to a sluggish start. And they fire the coach, of course,
Yeah.
and he goes to St. Louis and
He's
has
5-0,
I think he's 5-0. So it wasn't the coach; it was and the backup goaltender, quote unquote, Corpusalo has played outstanding for the Bruins too. And again, you miss camp and you're not a part of the team. That's what happens. You don't start hitting your stride until now.
And I think that's another thing that he butted heads with the top stars there. And unfortunately, in this day and age, the stars win.
Yeah, and it's the easiest path for a lot of programs and organizations, just to remove one guy rather than to do a fire sale trade. They invest more in their players than they do in their coaches.
The day he got fired, St. Louis fired their coach and hired him. So
And good for Jim Montgomery, back
He's a
for an
good
organization he played.
Yep.
He's gone through some personal issues and overcame them, and he's coaching for an organization he actually played for. So I'm sure he's happy. I know that I quickly put $25 on the St. Louis Blues to win the Stanley Cup this year.
Yeah. I lost the first night. He was in Madison Square Garden.
That's right.
So.
And then they did it to the Devils the next night. So, so the Red Hawks have it. Castellano has the puck again. Good play at the blue line there to get the puck back to Braden Ryan, who loses control. And there's a foot race now. Black Knights have it. Good force there. Both players went down there. As we continue play, another turnover just inside the neutral zone for the Red Hawks. Make the safe play behind the net, but not enough oomph on that puck. Oh, and the Red Hawks, quick escape move. Army was not falling for it. And it passed directly on the tape of the Army player. Was that Wally?
No.
No?
That was Calandrell.
I was going to say. We can finally pick on Wally.
No.
But it was not him. It was the elder statesman, Ryan Calandrella. That puck gets sent to the corner, and Calandrella looks like he's out of gas here. So Red Hawks need to get some possession.
This is not much of a power play.
It's a powerless power play.
Yeah.
With one of their best killers and players in the box, and Charlie Aronoff. And he'll rejoin his team. Here comes Oliveri. Oliveri sends that puck across.
How did he miss
And
that?
I don't know if he missed it or if Monahan got a piece of it, but great setup. And another play. I think we need the Euro professional soccer nets in here. It's 2 pucks wide. And Sadowski loses control, but he lays a hit on the Army player. His teams are back at 5-on-5, 9 minutes remaining, 6-1 Army. Looks like the Red Hawk defender backed off there. I don't know quite what happened. Kind of backed off the one-on-one. Army puts it in the back of the net there.
That was a forward that backed up into him.
But backed right on the lap of Macaluso, making it pretty impossible to stop a shot. So 7-1 Army, 8:48 remaining in the third period.
Well, what other sporting news is out there that we speak of? So, I mean, I would think the Bruins and Rangers are in the same situation.
Yeah,
the team has been the core for a while now. The teams start to get stale, I think.
Yep. And then when you have the same voices in the locker room, talking, there's really the Bruins, as an organization, the 2015 draft is where that team really dropped the ball. They had 3 players. I think Zach Senshin, Jacob Zaboral, or ring one off the bar there for Army. They drafted all those guys ahead of players like Sebastian Aho and Matthew Barzell.
Yeah.
They had the 14th, 15th, and 16th picks in the draft, and essentially none of those players, with the exception of Zaboral, are playing in the NHL anymore. So
it's kind of like the Rangers the year they drafted Hugh Jackman.
And
Shea Weber and Ryan Getzloff and Corey Perry and all of those guys followed up. The draft, I would say the NHL. Would you say the NHL draft is the most important draft out of the 4 sports? Or would you say the NBA?
I would say the NBA is tough because there are so many. I mean, I haven't been a big basketball fan my whole life, but within the last, I would say, year and a half, been paying a lot more attention. And there are so many different nuances to that to basketball, and they're similar to hockey.
Right.
But you have players that need to fill roles. And I mean, if you look at a team like the Knicks, I think they finally, with the addition of Towns this year, they finally got it. But drafting out of college is so difficult because there's so many teams, so many players. And, football, I don't want to say football is the easiest. I think baseball is difficult, but I think football is the easiest because you look at the conference look at the program, and those are the pools of players that you're thinking of. As the seized part for Macaluso to make another save. He's battled for again.
Shots at the Carlton Grudge up 32, 33 now.
So I would say nice stop by Macaluso. I would say basketball, hockey.
Yeah. I mean, baseball, they draft them so
baseball
young,
too, yeah.
and they play for years in the minor leagues. I think football, a lot of the guys, especially quarterbacks, get thrown into the role because it's such an important position.
Yeah.
Where if I was a general manager, I don't care who I'm drafting, you're sitting a year behind and learn the game.
Yep, and that's what you have to do. And if you look at what the Rangers did with Alex Lafreniere,
Yeah.
I mean, like that he's one of the best. I would argue that he's probably the most underrated player in the NHL right now.
Right.
And he developed. I mean, it wasn't through. I mean, how many times were fans giving up on him?
Yeah.
I mean, early on, but he needed to learn, and he learned well. And then you look at the other side of that coin with Kakko, the number 2 pick, the year before.
Right.
I think it was the year before.
Yeah.
He really hasn't taken the opportunity to develop like Lafreniere has.
Yeah.
So
I think Lafreniere was the biggest thing I saw with him was he was always the best player at every level he played,
Mhm.
and then realized in the NHL you're not the best player and you need to step it up. And I think he's learned how to do that. Came in better shape and caught up to the speed.
And that the defensive aspect too of the game too is that's something that a lot of these players that when you have the puck most of the game and you're not going to have it in the NHL, you need to learn how to play away from the puck. And that's the hardest thing for top caliber players like that to learn. They got a penalty coming, or are they saying the net was off and no change?
Yeah.
So again, back to the original point, NBA, like just drafting wise, NBA, and especially with the NBA rules for drafts, you have sophomores coming into the NBA, and it's a maturity thing. I mean, unlike hockey, you could develop until you're 21 in the junior program and then be a freshman. Whereas basketball, you're getting kids directly from high school going to Division I school. Right?
And there's only 2 rounds in the NBA.
Yeah,
there's only 2 rounds in the draft. So you better hit on them.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, that's hard. That kind of solidifies my point. Then at least in the NHL, if you look at some of the top players in the NHL now, with the exception of maybe 10. A lot of the best players in the NHL that are veteran players have been drafted beyond the second round.
Yep.
So those are the picks that are important. Getting back to the Bruins, they just haven't drafted that well. They're apt to try to win now, so they trade their draft picks away. And I think this year they had like a second and a 4th round pick. That was it.
Well, that's it. Also, when you're good. Yep.
And we're whistled past the ear of Macaluso.
That's probably the only one I think he might want back tonight.
Yeah. I think it raised off his head. He's checking the strap. Maybe he's just thanking his lucky stars that didn't hit him in the head because that was a rocket.
Somebody in between periods told me that there was a thing online that Chris tried to turn a trade down to Vancouver.
So you have players dictating where they go.
Well, they have no trade clauses. Yeah. I think that's the other problem with the Rangers. Their best players all have no trade clause.
Yeah. I mean, and also I know what they did during COVID was a great thing with the transfer portal designed for guys to transfer schools in the NCAA. Right. I mean, and similar to the no trade clause, like I think it's time to close that. I mean, speaking from experience and knowing what my nephew is Division II, borderline Division I lacrosse player. Okay. Committed and is enrolled at Florida Southern now, and is transferring mid-year now because of the portal to Iona. It's a situation where he was just generally unhappy at school. So for things like that, it's great, but you have players that are in college basically trading themselves to other programs, and I think now they should be a little bit more strict because it doesn't teach adversity. If they bring in another quarterback and you might be a sophomore or a junior, and you see the writing on the wall, you could just leave. Whereas you have guys like Jalen Hurts. I mean, I think about that guy's story, and he battled to play everywhere he went. He did transfer schools, but it wasn't because for any other reason, but he wanted to compete for a job. And, that's his play speaks for himself. I mean, that he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. So,
Well, that's the other thing too. The NFL and the NBA, college is their minor league system,
yep.
where the NHL and Major League Baseball have their own minor league system.
His best friend was drafted in the second round by Washington Nationals from Morris Knowles High School, and they have a rookie league committed for those players now in Florida, which is great. So they can kind of grow and develop. So hoping that obviously it works out, but it's a needle in the haystack, that MLB draft. But he's a good player, good kid. I think it'll work out. Making a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's a $3.6 million contract as a 18-year-old kid for a second round pick.
Yeah. Money in sports have got outrageous.
Yes.
It's out of control. And then one day the owners are going to wake up and go, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
You're the ones that paid them.
And no offense to all of us, we're the dummies that pay for the tickets. So.
Yeah, I'm usually paying for somebody else's.
Yeah.
Not my own.
I'd rather watch games at home.
Me too.
Just about 2.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Army pulling away here. Was it 4-0 after 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 4 goals, and the one answered back by Castellano, but looks like they definitely, whatever gas that the Redhawks had, they kind of took their foot off. So Redhawks back home tomorrow. Again, we will not be having a broadcast for that game, unfortunately, but Maris will be picking up that broadcast for us. And the next week on Friday, they play Westfield State. So that is, I believe, the 15th or no, 13th. Sorry.
13th, yeah.
13th is Westfield State will come in, and then they finish the semester on the road at Westfield on Sunday the 15th. So the Redhawks will fall to 500 with an overtime, with a loss here, I believe, or one game below. I'm not quite sure. And for all intents and purposes, tomorrow's game for the Redhawks means a lot more. They were able to win that game, and Sacred Heart's able to beat Siena tomorrow night. Redhawks can wrap up a home ice slot in the first round of the playoffs, unless they finish they could wrap up either a bye into the semifinals with a second place stop, because now Army will assuredly finish in first. They could still compete for that second spot with Sacred Heart and Clarkson. So you have 2 Army players going to the box here. But
misconduct, somebody.
But last 2 games for the Redhawks outscored, right as of right now, and it's not done yet, 21-3.
Yeah.
So goal scoring is an issue. Again, not taking anything away. It's hard to say, with 38 shots on net, 8 goals. I would maybe say 2 goals, maybe.
Yeah, the first one and the last one.
First one and the last goal for Macaluso that he wanted to have.
Yeah, haven't helped them at all.
No. So today's issue wasn't goaltending. They had opportunities, especially at 2-0, being up 5-on-3. But momentum swings and things like that. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. As a shot gets blocked by an Army defender, and that puck gets sailed wide.
And timing's everything, right?
Yep.
It's 2-0. You make a bad play, and then it's 3-0, where that game stays 2-0, and then maybe you score one.
Mm-hmm.
Timing's everything.
So with this win, Army will pretty much assuredly clinch first place in the Super East again. They have lost 2 games this season. I think both in overtime. But they lost to Siena. They lost to Sacred Heart. So they are beatable, and they will clinch that first place spot. And the Redhawks will have to. My projection would be They could be as high as third realistically, and as low as fifth, depending on outcomes of other games and what they do from here on out. They still have 2 games against Sacred Heart, 1 game against Marist after this. So,
and when they play well, they could beat anybody.
That's true, very true. But last 2 games they haven't played all too well. So just a reminder: tomorrow they play Marist. You can look at Marist social media for their broadcast. You can always catch the game on Live Barn. Their name of the rink in Montclair Ice Arena would be Red Hawk or Rink 1. So you can watch that game on Live Barn as well. And we will be back with a home broadcast next Friday, December 13th, as the final buzzer sounds, and the Red Hawk 8-1 loss. And hoping for better things tomorrow. And any closing thoughts?
Guess what? It doesn't matter what you did today; it's what you do tomorrow, right?
That's true. So I want to thank, as always, Charlie Crispino, Mike Crisco, and Joe Oliveri for running that scoreboard for us downstairs. And we'll see you here next week. Thank you very much.
Good night.